Welcome back to the Smoke Pit.
Hey!
Here we are again with episode 9.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd just like to say thank you to all the people who are beyond fucking duty for Christmas Eve and Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah.
And I know every single one of you knows somebody who's on duty.
Yeah.
Whether they're in your unit or somebody you used to serve with. Do us a favor and send them our podcast so they have something to listen to.
That's a really good idea. Just because the Marine's on duty and has no friends doesn't mean they can't enjoy great content like this podcast.
Yep, I know when you're on CQ or duty, you know, you get that solid 1 hour off for your rest cycle.
Mm-hmm.
And you should spend that hour listening to our podcast.
Yeah. Well, it's only 30 minutes. The other 30, you can nap or masturbate or whatever people do.
So, yeah, thank you to everybody who's been supporting us and listening to us. And so let's start with the show.
Let's do it.
You know, I'd like to fucking start this show out.
How would you like to start, Dan?
I am starting to get a little vexed.
Ooh.
With the amount of boots and ROTC kids who message me shitty things.
You know what? The larger following I get due to Pop Smoke's popularity, I get more of them too.
Yeah, and it's like like these boots will send me the fucking stupidest fucking messages.
Yeah.
And I think the most frustrating question that I get is, hey, what branch should I join?
Okay.
And that's frustrating because it's like, all right, I don't have fucking time to get to know you and all your life goals and dreams and aspirations. Like, did you talk to a recruiter? Oh, no, I'm only 16. They won't talk to me. Then why the fuck are you bothering me at 1 a.m.?
Because you're a social media influencer.
And because I try to answer, at least read every message that I get.
Yeah.
Because I get a lot of people who are like, you know, suicidal or they're on the edge. Like, I was riding with EP Mike the other day. And I was getting messages from this guy who was like, you know, real tore up. He had been injured and he'd lost his purpose in life. And, and he sent me like paragraph after paragraph after paragraph. And I'm like, you know, I got to respond to this guy because, you know, if I don't, like, you know, who else will?
That's true. Yeah. Good on you.
And so while I'm trying to get to people who are like, hey, like, do you know any veteran resource events that are coming up? I'm like, yeah, check out Burbiz or check this thing out or whatever. And I'm stuck dealing with these fucking stupid-ass fucking kids who want to send me either a shitty meme or something, like, super offensive that, like, I'm not going to post.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Like, a terrible meme that, like, I'll lose all my followers for posting.
Yeah, people
and they get mad at me.
Yeah, people think just because it's over the top means it's funny. It can just be over the top. It doesn't have to be funny.
Yeah, there's a fucking difference between, you know, just dumb and, like, dumb funny.
Yeah, exactly. Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah, and so like while I'm trying to get through these fucking messages, so actually like my friends, you know, like you know, my lady, the people that want to do business with me, and I got to fight through all these fucking things, you know. And it's like, all right, so first things first.
Yeah.
When these fucking boots and you know, and like the entitled fucking PFC, you know what I mean? Like, oh, share my picture, you know, and it's just like picturing with a BFA. I'm like, okay, like what do you do? Like, do you have big tits? No. Like, have you done something good for charity? No. Then why the fuck would I post you? You know,
because
like
he's a Marine.
Like, I don't even post myself barely, you know, like, and all my accomplishments. I barely even post my friends. Okay.
It's true. Post me more. What the fuck?
Make better memes than I will.
Ouch. Oh, my meme game.
We're getting deep now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and so it's like, okay, so before you send me a dumb message, like, you should be at parade arrest. You should lock your fucking body when you're messaging me.
I think you should be at parade arrest when you listen to this podcast.
Oh, totally.
Absolutely.
100%. And if not, correct yourself. And it's just like, there's sometimes where, like, I imagine when I was a sergeant, if, like, one of these boots had asked me this fucking stupid-ass question, you know what I mean? Like, oh, like, what do you think about fucking this, and this? And it's, like, stupid, fucking, like, incredibly ridiculous, stupidly question.
Yeah.
Like, I would fucking take your nuts, put it on a fucking feed tray of a 240, slam the fucking cover home, rack the bolts several times, break their body down shotgun style, and disassemble their fucking soul. It's like these boots are getting fucking brave nowadays, you know?
They are. You know what? They absolutely are, yeah.
And I see these videos, like, the fucking, I think it was about this time last year, where that one PFC, like, put the pie in the sergeant's face and almost knocked him out.
Oh, it's the Army one, right?
Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that, yeah.
And, like, almost fucking knocked him out, and nobody in the room did anything.
Yeah.
Like, none of the fucking specialists or NCOs or nobody did anything. They just let him walk away.
No, but anybody, even a senior lance corporal gets disrespect like that in public, I mean, it's going to be a gang fight. Like,
seriously.
right off the bat.
Like, I remember we were about to start pre-deployment leave for my first deployment, and my roommate had banged some dude's wife who was married, and he was deployed in the unit we were relieving.
Oh, okay.
And so he was late to formation the next day because he was with this girl.
Because of infidelity.
Yeah. And so we get cut for leave. And, like, I go up in my room to grab my my bag so that way I can, you know, I get with my ride. And I walk in there and, like, there's, like, almost like Monsters Incorporated, like all these fucking senior lance corporals that were all married just came out of the fucking woodworks in the shadow of my studio apartment barracks room that I shared with this kid, and they like descended upon me and they're about to like lay the smack down. I was like, whoa, it's not him, it's me. And they're like, get outside, Boot. And I was like, roger that, Lance Corporal. And I ran outside, like, don't say anything. And so, like, I fuck off for, like, 20, 35 minutes. Yeah. And I come back in the room kind of, like, hesitant, you know, like, am I getting my ass whooped? And I walk inside. And my roommate at the time is sitting there on a sea bag with his hands over his face, like, sitting on a sea bag. And he sees me come in and he looks up. He's got this massive fucking black eye.
Good.
Like, his lip was fucking swollen. Good. Like, these senior Lance Corporals who were all married just, like, wally bumped this fucking kid.
Well, it's the only way people learn.
Just, like, stomped a mud hole in him. And, like, that's, like, the military that I grew up in.
Right, for sure.
Like, wall-to-wall counselings.
Yeah.
You know, not all this fucking paperwork, hurt feelings bullshit, you know?
It's a new generation, Dan.
And so, like, do you feel like there's any benefit from the way that we're moving, or?
No, I think this kind of culture is like an overcorrection.
Yeah.
I feel like, kind of people were kind of like, oh, the old military is a little tougher, and so they overcorrected into it's almost too soft now.
Yeah.
And so they can't find that happy balance, and that's kind of where we are now. We're on that lower spectrum, unfortunately.
And I get that, but at the same time, I also remember being set on fire to be woken up for post. I remember being beaten with a fucking A-barrel for my machine gun. Like, I remember getting fucking hazed. Not like, oh, he made me do push-ups, just hazing. No, like, I got fucking hazed.
Yeah, I remember watching the new riflemen walk with pickles in their ass, like, just across the field.
What?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw some gay hazing. Yeah.
Like, the old 8th and I hazing incident from, like, way back when.
Yeah.
They would, like, be on their way to a show and, like, pull the new guy's pants down and fucking put edge dressing, like the little black shine that goes on your shoes and,
shoes,
like,
that's right,
buckles and stuff. They'd put edge dressing on the kid's butthole. So you have to do the whole silent drill routine with an itchy butthole.
Oh, my God.
And you can imagine it wasn't easy to get off afterwards.
For sure.
And so, like, that kind of hazing, completely unnecessary. Like, a pickle is, like, okay, it's temporary.
Yeah.
It's not like permanent marker on your butthole.
If you want to see, I'm not going to call out the unit I was with. You know who you are, you sickos.
I'll say it. It was 3-6. No, that was my unit, not his. I know. My unit was 3-6, all right? And 3-4 was stupid, and 3-7 was stupid. Oh yeah. If I meet anybody from those units, you'll probably fucking agree with me because I'm sure shit hasn't changed.
Oh man. All right. Well, I'm still not gonna call my unit because I love this unit, but they did a thing.
I have love for the Marines.
Sure, of course.
I have love for the fucking guidon or whatever.
Any fucking who. What they would do is they'd have the new riflemen stick a pickle in their ass and they'd walk maybe like 20 yards, not too crazy. And every time it fell out, you had to take a bite of the pickle and reinsert it.
And so, for those of you who are listening overseas that don't use the English system for measurement,
it's true. Yeah, we have
20 yards is approximately 8 miles. No, I'm kidding. Like, a yard is almost interchangeable.
It is 4 pickles worth
with a meter. So you can imagine 20 some odd meters.
Yeah, it wasn't a short distance, but it wasn't that long. Not a lot of pickles fell out from what I saw.
And I almost wonder if it'd be like a bad thing or a good thing if it fell out.
I would say, I've thought about it too. Like, obviously nobody hates me because everybody loves me. But if it had happened to me, if it fell out once, I'm just eating the whole pickle. You know what I mean?
Just eat it?
Why not?
Like, pick it up off the ground and eat it?
Yeah. Well, because you had to take a bite every time it fell out and reinsert it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's almost like Super Troopers where you bit the soap?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Okay. I get it. Like, I thought you meant, like, you would just be like, oh, this is a perfectly good pickle. Like, I'm not wasting this. Chomp, chomp, chomp.
I'm an adult who's been handed a pickle. I'm going to eat said pickle.
The pickles are fucking gross. I can't imagine
pickles.
being like... And you were in Lejeune, right?
Yeah.
So it was like fucking sweaty, swamp ass.
Yeah.
Humid as fuck.
It wasn't the best conditions for pickle waddling, but it never is.
So, yeah, that being said, I think that, you know, there are some benefits because there are people who are a little bit of power trippy. You know, like they got picked on in high school or, you know, they got beat up in a fight, you know, whatever. And then they join the military and they get that small amount of power and now they just want to fucking be dickheads, you know?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, so, but then the overcorrection. So it's like, how do we find that, like, happy medium of, like, good discipline and order and not being douchebags?
Yeah. I would say, I don't have a fix-all for it, but I would say listen to your people and know your people and go from there.
Now, let me ask this question. Do you think that the military was better or worse why Secretary of Defense Mattis was in office?
I would say better because anytime he's in control of anything military-wise. He always knocks out of the park, obviously.
Yeah, and like I think that we're all mature enough to agree that you're not going to agree with 100% of anything that everyone does.
Sure.
So there are a few things that I might have done different, but I think overall, I was very proud of the fact that he was like, yeah, bullshit training, no, donezo.
Yep.
Like, we're fucking done, son.
Yeah.
With that. So I think that was good.
Yeah.
But I think that made more time for pickle walks then.
There's always time for pickle walks.
I feel like if I had spent less time doing dumb safety stand-down rosters, I would have been beaten with A-barrels more.
That's true. That's true.
You know, like in Full Metal Jacket when he's just like, the recruit thinks that the drill instructor will beat him harder if he reverses himself.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, we have more time for hazing?
Downtime is not always productive. That's true.
Yeah, and so that... And then you see there was a lot of scandals for people going through different courses, and oh, did this person get special treatment? Were they able to did come back from drop on requests or whatever? And you see like a lot of these quote unquote groundbreaking things that have happened in courses. There were a lot of controversy around. There were a lot of controversy around things in the special operations community and the infantry community.
Sure.
We talked to a lot of people in the military community, and pretty fortunately, the fact that we're able to reach out with the social media and stuff, some pretty cool fucking people.
Oh, for sure.
People that you'd only like read about or like see posted on Facebook, like in a meme or an article. Like we've actually got to like sit down and talk to them, or at the very least attend events with them or whatever. And so you see how much controversy has happened in the last 2 years. I mean, like Sky Dick. Like, do you remember that?
Yeah, of course I do.
Sky Penis,
Of course I do.
Like the fucking whole thing with Bo Bergdahl's trial, we...
Sergeant Bergdahl.
Oh, God. Like, I remember I made a meme, like, years ago, and it's like this Lance Corporal, like, on fucking posts in Afghanistan, like, behind a sandbag. He's like, I can't make fucking Corporal, but Bergdahl made Sergeant.
Yeah. So, I mean, me and EP Mike were trying to think of a sketch a long time ago. We were just bullshitting about, like, how he was captured, and then, like, Al-Qaeda pulled him aside, and I thought he was going to torture him. It was like, oh, no, there's your promotion board.
Getting promoted, that's fucking hilarious. So, like, what do you think the rank system is in the fucking Taliban? Or
Right. Well, you have, obviously, senior goat fucker.
Yeah.
And then...
Jihadist first class.
That's right.
Yeah, jihadist second class. Wait, no, it goes the other way for the Navy, right?
It does go the other way for the Navy,
you start off as a third class, then second, then first class.
There you go, see? It's not that hard, people. I don't know why everybody fucking gets confused. Dan gets it.
I will say that when I was in School of Infantry, I was walking out of the PX, and I saw somebody in a flight suit, and I thought that all officers wore flight suits, so I saluted them because I saw shiny, and it was just some fucking Navy fucking maintainer that was in a flight suit and had one of those gold fucking what are those called? What are your insignias called? Three stripes down, chicken on top.
Oh, you mean the petty officer crows? The crow.
Oh, is it a crow?
Yeah, it's a crow. Yeah. The chicken.
No, they told us in boot camp it was a chicken.
Well, of course they did. It's Marine Corps boot camp.
So, have we gotten any questions recently that aren't fucking retarded?
Let's see.
So while he's pulling that up, we'd like to send a special thanks to our sponsors, all the local fat girls that my co-host has banged in the last 2 weeks.
Can I put a pin in this just real quick? I cannot tell you how many messages I've gotten on my personal page, not the podcast page, my personal page, just asking if these stories of fat chicks are true. And I'm here, just while the camera's on me, I want you to zoom in on this when you edit this later, Mike, to tell you that is 1,000% true. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not this sexual deviant who goes around cream pieing fat chicks today.
Oh, just relentlessly. Yeah. He really is.
It's affecting my life.
But I also will say that I have not done it justice. Although there is a copious amount of fat girls,
oh my God,
there is also a fair amount of really hot girls.
A fair amount.
Yeah.
Again, I just want to stick a pin in this as well. I'm not having sex every single day. Every single day.
I've personally met at least 8 girls he's fucked in like the last 3 or 4 weeks. Personally. And that's no bullshit. That's not even hyperbole. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. Like, Dan 8 girls that he has fucked.
Dan is an absolute liar.
And I will say, all the girls that I have met that he has fucked recently have all been like 7s and higher.
Recently?
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate the clap. Let's move on. This message comes from a follower. I'm not going to say his name because we don't do that here. It says, what other...
Steadbro America?
Steadbro America?
Is that the EP? Like, is he fucking...
Why are you asking questions?
Why are you asking questions?
Nobody cares.
Speaking of which, I got a story about him for later.
Okay, yeah.
For right after this.
Okay. He asked, what other podcasts or talk shows influence the Smoke Pit podcast?
I think when we have guests on, I try to channel Howard Stern because I think he does a really good job of asking questions and good questions.
Anybody that knows me knows I'm obsessed with Howard Stern. So for Dan to say that right now meant a lot. Like, my penis moved a little bit.
Yeah, so if we could start a movement to get Mike on the Howard Stern show,
oh my
amazing.
God, bro. Honest to God, I've been cool with every big person I've ever met in my life, like through this platform or another. If I met Howard Stern, I would come and shit. Like, I couldn't talk to him. There's no way.
And I think that would be like standard for him. He'd be
yeah,
like,
that's true. He's pretty big. Yeah.
You'd be disappointed if you didn't.
Yeah. If I sat on his couch with those headphones on, he said, "How you doing?" and I didn't come immediately, he'd be like, "Who's this fucking clown?"
I pissed and farted and shitted. What else we got? I didn't give you a chance to answer.
That's honestly my answer. That's what I'm saying. Like, I love. I'm obsessed with the Your Mom's House podcast. Shout out Tom Segura, Chrissy P, and then Howard Stern. That's it.
Yeah, I definitely feel that we should take what we find good from other podcasts and steal it.
Oh, absolutely.
And make it ours.
Absolutely. That's why I listen to random ones so people don't know I'm stealing.
So what else we got?
We got, how do you measure EP Mike's dick if a normal ruler is only 12 inches? This is a real question.
Yeah, real question, actually.
He's looking at it right now.
Thor Bart. Okay, so it is a real person. Yeah, so the way that we measure it is by the fear it strikes in the heart of men and women who see it.
Ooh, that's good. Go elaborate, please.
So whenever we're walking down the street and he's wearing like shorts because it's like summertime and like the tip is dangling out of the bottoms.
Yeah.
And like women are terrified and like old men are like respect.
Yeah, they're high-fiving the head of his dick.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, and it's kind of hard to like, because like people's weight fluctuates. So like if I'm like dieting a little bit and I have less fupa, like my dick is gonna be like an inch longer.
Yeah.
But then again, it's not about the length all the time because realistically, you only need like 5 inches to please a woman.
Sure.
Like who's just not a dirty whore. If there was a girl out there who immediately got offended at 5 inches, you were a dirty whore. I just want to let that be known. But more importantly, it's about the girth.
Yeah.
Because I'm actually doing some fucking research, and according to Trojan, like I'm in like the top percentile as far as girth goes in the world.
Yeah.
I'm actually very fucking proud of that.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we were talking about our dicks earlier, so I guess I'll share mine. Nobody's wondering, but I'd say my dick is normal size to above average, but my balls are really big.
Like camel balls?
Like, I mean, they're like fascinatingly big, like in proportion to my penis. Yeah. They like my dick sits on top like a little bird's nest. Like, everywhere I go.
All right.
I don't know why.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'll show them to you after.
Yeah, because like if you're like throw fucking a girl and like, does it hurt when your balls hit her chin?
Oh, I don't know. I don't let them talk.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so EP Mike's penis, if you get a chance, DM him and ask him about it, because he will show you.
Like immediately. Even if you don't ask him, he'll probably just show you.
Yeah, Stedbro _America. Like, he will show you. What else we got?
You want to do that one or that one?
Let's do both. Fuck it.
Okay, hey, we're just answering all the questions.
Yeah.
And they're coming in live. So what do you guys feel about the 22 for 22 challenge? Some people say it's a waste of time. He disagrees. Thoughts, Dan?
I think that it's been proven that the 22 a day number is no longer accurate, and I think it's kind of damaging to continue to pump that number out there.
Yeah.
Because it might create the condition that people think like, oh well, like a lot of veterans kill themselves, so I should be a part of that, or like it wouldn't be as bad because like I'm supposed to be this downtrodden, broken veteran or whatever.
I hate that. Yeah, the stigma. Yeah.
So as far as a challenge goes, I don't really see a lot of benefits from challenges that you're not also donating money to. So if you want to donate to something that has a really good reputable cause and then do 20 push-ups just for PT or whatever, hey, by all means.
Yeah.
But if you just do fucking 22 push-ups and like tweet about it or fucking post it on your story and then like you notice that that'll probably get less views and likes and everything else because we're such a fucking shitty society that if you're not putting out fucking gold, people are ignoring you.
Yeah, exactly. If it's not a home run, nobody cares.
Yeah, exactly. Like we're people will be like, well, why should I listen to your podcast? And like at first I was kind of offended because I'm just like, well, we're putting effort into this. Like it's good quality, like people like it. But then I was just like, that's a fucking good question because it is so hard to get people to care about things.
It's true.
Like you had that the Air Force guy who was like a triple amputee, and he's raised like $12 million for a border wall, and people are pissed that he's not donating this money to veteran charities. And it's like, well, that's not what he said he was raising the money for. And people have launched GoFundMe's for veteran charities, and they don't get $12 million.
No, not even close.
Yeah, so it's like, how do you get fucking people to care?
No shit, yeah.
What else we got?
The latest one says, fondest memories of working with the British Army, if any.
Well, we actually have a British soldier coming on the podcast.
That's right,
yeah. He's traveling all the way from England.
I'm super excited.
Oh, yeah, totally. He is a New York Times best-selling writer, too. He is...
Who had some credibility to the show.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And so, Rhys Jones, he's written some books that did very well on the New York Times and Sunday Times, best-selling author. He and I talk pretty often.
Yeah.
He's a super cool dude.
Yeah, talks to me too.
We worked with the British in Iraq and Afghanistan, and I've trained with the commandos quite a bit up in Quantico.
Yeah.
And down here in Virginia, we'd have like exchange programs, and I think the best thing I would say about the commandos, which I get are like, like elite, like it's like commandos and then like SAS.
Yeah.
So like they're up there, they're super elite. Is that like all these dudes are like PT gods?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They love it too.
Yeah, and they're like it's like a different category of human being.
I could agree with that because like the only ones I'd say hold a candle to how serious they take their PT is who I've worked with, the British. You're absolutely right, and then the fucking French Foreign Legion. Like they PT like motherfuckers.
Yeah, like people die in French Foreign Legion training.
Fuck, man.
Like that is not uncommon.
They broke my dick off.
Yeah, like that is not fucking uncommon.
Yeah.
So do we have any other questions, or is it my story time?
Yeah, it's your story time.
All right, so I'm taking a nap on the studio couch, and I'm kind of in and out of it. Like it's a little later. We're working late, and I'm kind of taking a nap, and I wake up to what I hear. It's like midnight to what I think is like a cycling of a rifle or something. You know?
Shit.
Yeah. And it's just like it scared the fuck out of me.
Right.
It's like I couldn't identify the weapon, which really scared me.
Yeah.
And EP Mike has a bunch of like foreign weapons, like Russian and German and shit like that. Like
All
he likes
fake. They shoot candy.
he likes to collect World War II weapons. So my first thought was, oh God, I've done it. I've teased him into suicide, and he's just racked some shitty Mauser that I, or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I leap to my feet and I sprint to the room, and I fucking the room that he's in, and I bang on the hatch, and I hear him kind of get up and waddle up, and he opens the door, and I'm like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah, what's up?" I'm like, "I thought I heard like a gun rack. Are you not going to kill yourself, are you?" Mm-hmm. He's like, "No, I was opening the wrapper of a sandwich."
wait. Okay, hang on.
It's midnight.
Yeah, okay.
I think he's gonna kill himself.
Right.
And he's like, it was a ham and cheese sandwich wrapper.
No, I'm just killing my stomach. All right.
And there's more to it.
Oh, there's more. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
Immediately, I was like, you fucking lunchbox. It's midnight. I thought you were gonna kill yourself. And so I start like muttering and like stumbling off. And he's like, oh, I appreciate the concern. I'm like, no, fuck you. All right. It's fucking midnight. I think you're going to kill yourself. You got my fucking heart pumping.
Oh
my blood
God.
racing. You're over here eating a fucking ham sandwich at midnight, you fucking lunchbox. And which is more so because we have a bet going to help him meet his fitness goals.
Yeah.
And it's like $600. Like,
I offered him a lot of money. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like several people who are in on this offering money. And so he's supposed to lose X amount of weight by X amount of time. And I hear him fucking eating a ham sandwich at midnight.
He's bulking, Dan.
And I think it's a fucking gun cycling. He's gonna kill himself,
That is hilarious.
And so, like at this point, just like completely defeatist. I'm walking back to the couch. I'm like, I'm going back to sleep.
Wishing it was a gun.
And so, mind you, this happened last night. So this was a matter of hours ago. And this is the first time co-host Mike is hearing this story.
That's really funny. So I have a couple questions, and they're for EP Mike. Number one, how was the sandwich?
Amazing.
Was it? Okay.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Did you make it you didn't make it yourself.
No, hell no.
Okay. Was it worth scaring your best friend Dan to death?
Well, I didn't know I was going to scare him. That's all I hear. Don't at the door. And I'm like, what the fuck?
What kind of sandwich bag makes the sound of a gun racking?
Apparently we want to...
Like I thought, because I've been to foreign weapons course.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm trying to think of every weapon I've ever heard be made into condition 1, and none of them make me want a ham sandwich.
Well, want a ham sandwich? I don't think a gun has ever made me want a ham sandwich.
Well, then you were shooting the wrong gun.
So he's not wrong. But yeah, it was just like, sometimes if you cycle a weapon that has like that European lube on it, and like, you have delayed blowbacks like the MP5, and like they sound very different when you cycle the action.
True.
Versus like, I know like a lot of people just get so focused on, M16s or rifles, that's the only rifle.
Right.
Yeah, there's like 2-3 dozen other assault rifles or just battle rifles or
that are actually well known.
Yeah, that are that are employed, very profitable for companies to make and sell. And so and that's what scared me is I couldn't identify the weapon. And And so that's what really, and he's got all these old weird foreign weapons because he's a collector. Yeah, and so that's what bothered me because I thought it was like a fucking Mauser or like, something. And so like I sprang to my feet.
That's so funny. That's a man of action. Yeah,
I'm not a nimble man
I was
either,
about to say, for him to spring anywhere is nothing short of a miracle.
Yeah, so that happened a matter of hours ago.
That's hilarious.
This fucking lunchbox made me think he was gonna kill himself because he was eating a ham sandwich at midnight.
Knowing Mike as well as I do, I can just totally see that. And then him saying like, "Oh, thanks for worrying about me, buddy," and then just proceeding to eat a sandwich while you're like wiping sweat from your brow and unloading your pistol.
No, and I had my pistol on me like 90% of the time.
Of course, yeah.
Like I was at my buddy's house and he was like, "Yeah, I'm going on this Tinder date," and I was like, "All right, have fun with this fat chick." He was like, "She's not fat," and I was like, "Really? Integrity?" He's like, "Integrity, bro." He's like, "Nah, man." Like, I was like, "Aha, see, like that's where you get people. You're like integrity,
yeah."
And if they fucking lie about that, you can't trust them at all.
It's true.
Because if you ask me something like integrity, and like that's when you'll know, like immediately call my bluff. Like I can't lie about that shit.
It's true.
And so I'm sitting there sleeping on his couch. I felt like this is a common theme.
Right. Oh,
like I'm already an old man.
Yeah.
I'm napping on his couch, and he brings this girl in through the back door because they went to his patio to smoke a cigarette.
Okay.
And then they came inside, and so he came in through the back door. Didn't tell me he was home, let alone come in through the back door. And so all I look up and I see this large 6'3" man and this large 5'4" but like 280-pound woman.
She's beefy.
Yeah, coming through the back door, and I immediately pull my fucking pistol.
Get down, you're being robbed by a fat chick.
Yeah, seriously. Like, it was like a very shitty Home Alone, like Joe Pesci. Like imagine like
Joe Pesci in a wig.
Joe Pesci in a wig with the same amount of hair, add 50 pounds. And then who's the name of the other guy? Marv?
Yeah, Dennis something.
Yeah, Dennis Marv. Yeah, that's kind of what AJ looks like. He's got a big nose, beard, he's tall,
true,
like
he looks like one half of the Wet Bandits.
Yeah, exactly. And so the Wet Bandits are coming in, and I pull my piece. So thankfully last night I didn't pull a gun, but my first concern was just saving this man's life.
Oh my God.
EP, how are we doing on time?
We have 9 minutes.
9 minutes.
9 minutes. Wow.
Wow. I'm not gonna lie. I thought we took up more time.
Me too.
Trying to run out of stories.
I'm out of things. I've just been mainlining whiskey. I'm going down.
So I got a question for you.
We got.
What is the good thing about dating a homeless woman?
The good thing about dating a homeless woman?
Yeah, having a homeless girlfriend. What's the benefit to it?
I'm not sure. What do you got?
After your date, you could drop her off anywhere. Yep, found that one on the internet.
I hate you so much.
I feel like that'd be a benefit for you,
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Like, now you just have to find a hot homeless woman.
Have you ever seen a hot homeless woman?
Negative.
Yeah, it's impossible. It's impossible.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Because every semi-attractive female who's ever in financial crisis, there's some thirsty dude who's there to fucking save her.
Exactly. Captain Save a Hose everywhere, yeah.
But you will not find that with a guy.
No.
I see hot homeless guys all the time.
I do too, yeah.
They're just sitting there like Zoolander on the corner, but they're getting tips, like you can stay at the extended
They're
stay.
making it work, yeah. They got their dirty dog that may not be theirs.
So we recently put up a picture of myself, co-host Mike, and EP Mike at the last Burbiz event.
Yep.
And Mike here, co-host Mike, he put the question out, fuck, marry, kill.
Yeah.
And we got some interesting results.
You went gangbusters.
Yeah, it went pretty well.
Yeah.
So one of the responses we got was marry Pop Smoke, which is me, because of the memes, and then have a drawn out divorce where I take your things, kill MSMC, which is co-host Mike, to stop more diseases from being spread. And then I guess fuck Steadbro in a drunken stupor while he simultaneously recants his time in Korea. Now she said recants.
Yeah.
Is recant mean take back? Or recall is.
I think she meant recall.
But she said recant.
Well, I mean,
she's gonna fuck him so good. He's like, it was all a lie.
She'd fuck him into the truth.
Fuck him into the truth.
I feel like, obviously, if she wants to kill me out of that trio, then there's something wrong with her head anyway. But I do love that because it's so well thought out. That's what I love. Responses like that are super silly and over the top. That shit makes me laugh so hard. Yeah,
we got another one that said all three at the same time. So I said, fuck, marry, and kill all three of us all at the same time. And he said yes. It's legal in Utah.
Again, just a good fan, yeah.
I had somebody else who would say that they would marry me, then kill me, and then fuck me in that order.
Oh, wow.
And they wanted to wait till rigor mortis had set in.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. Like, this is the kind of shit that I deal with.
I'm glad I spelled rigor mortis correctly.
man, what'd you get?
As far as the page, not a lot. I think all of our personals got a couple. All the ones on my personal Instagram were always just like, oh, I do all 3 to you because I have a lot of fans, no big deal. But
yeah, I got one that it's kill the dude who likes Asian boy girls, which would be EP Mike.
Right.
One night stand your ass, aw, and marry the other guy because he looks nice and corruptible.
See, you showed me that one. I'm not sure what that means. Nice and corruptible me?
Yeah, she's saying like you look like you have a baby face, like she could corrupt you. Clearly, she doesn't listen to the show.
Clearly does not know me in the slightest.
No, which is hilarious because if anything, you're the most corrupted out of all of us.
Easily.
Another one was like, I don't know, but I would just kill that dude in the middle, which would be EP Mike. It's like, wow, tell me how you really feel.
I like how they don't play the game at all. They just threaten EP Mike. I don't know what this game is you're talking about, but I'm going to kill EP Mike.
All right, so there was another good one that was pretty good.
We got a lot back, but these are only clever ones will be re-aired.
No, but we appreciate the fan mail that we get too.
Absolutely, I love it.
Like, hey, fucking love the podcast. You and Mike are goddamn hilarious.
Yeah.
EP Mike sucks.
Yeah.
I just found it the other day. Been binge listening, and keep doing your best. Well, thank you.
Exactly. And if you don't know, we have an Instagram page up at Smoke Pit Podcast, so follow that, and that's how I interact with a lot of people as well as a lot of us. So.
Yeah, and we've been doing something pretty fun recently where we've been taking little video clips and making like music videos of like with our guests and stuff, and so it's kind of like a cool behind the scene thing. So if you feel that the 30 minutes that we get to spend with each other every week aren't enough, make sure you go to our Instagram page for more behind the scene content. Yep. Feel free to message us.
Absolutely. Well, I'll either respond with words or I'll double tap and say I like it, which means I'm probably drunk and don't want to respond.
But also, that being said, as somebody who gets a fair amount of DMs and talks to a fair amount of really hot girls over the years especially, like everything from playmates to porn stars to models, like the best way to get somebody's attention is not just to say hey. For
the love of God, stop saying hey. Boy, girl, whoever you are. I'm not going to talk to you say, hey.
Yeah.
That's insanity.
Whether it's a dating app, or whether it's on social media, like, it's fucking lame. Like, have something worth saying, like, and I found that the best way to, like, slide into a girl's DMs is to say something witty in reply to their story.
Agreed. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It's something that's, like, relevant to, not like, oh, hey, baby, like, whatever.
Yeah, show them that you actually looked at their content before DMing. Yeah. Yeah,
because earlier today, I got a reply from the Fuck, Marry, Kill thing, and it was this girl who had not so great things to say about one of us, and I won't say who, because apparently this individual...
That's alleged, too. I'm not even sure who that was, which makes me feel worse.
Again, I'm not going to say who it was she was accusing, but, like, I don't like him because he asked me for nudes.
Yeah.
And talking to her more, she's like, like, I'm a classy gal. Like, you don't ask for nudes, you just wait for me to send them.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, that was
Life hack.
Yeah, and I feel that's, like, a good bit of advice. And so if we could close on anything, just don't ask for nudes. Just be funny enough that she'll want to send them.
I love it. We're out.